I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at realmoney.com. Every night we watch the same shows, Fast Money and Mad Money, and we want to use those ideas to grow our money. Well, good trading takes more than just writing down the tickers you see on TV every night and punching the buy button the next morning. I can help you know when to buy these 3 stocks I saw on TV.
Today, let's look at SBA Communications, Intel, and Microsoft. First up is SBA Communications. Kramer was talking about this last night on Mad Money. He says it ain't sexy, but it's really where you want to be as far as telecom. So towers and all that jazz. So what are we going to do here? Look, he says the company's cheap. He thinks the stock is really cheap. On the weekly chart, you can see, well, it used to be cheaper, but this stock is in a bona fide uptrend. There's no question about it. Look, this is pretty simple. You don't have to be a real big technician to understand that. It's Jeff Mackey's purple crayon technique here. 50-day moving averages support. Every time the stock falls back to that level, buy it. If it falls below that level, sell it. End of story. And Kramer's also big on Intel and Microsoft, 2 of the 4 horsemen from last decade, actually from last century. So look, with Intel, it's a little bit of the same dynamic as SBAC. 50-day moving average really defines the trend. Look at the weekly chart. Just kind of a sloppy uptrend, but an uptrend nonetheless. The one concern is what? I'll wait. That would be right. Volume. It's a little bit disconcerting that as the stock moves higher, trading volume declines. We actually like to see it work the other way around. As the stock consolidates, we like to see volume taper off and then increasing volume as the stock declines. So we're a little bit backwards there. So what do? Look, again, as long as it falls back to the 50-day moving average and bounces, this is where you want to buy it. When it stops doing that, sell it. One thing is here, you're getting a 3% dividend yield to hold it. That's for a year, though, and frankly, I don't look at that yield as being particularly enticing. However, and this is important, it can create some support for the stock simply because institutions like a growth story with a dividend, and that's what you get from Intel. Speaking of that, how about Microsoft? Microsoft's another that Kramer likes. Here, it was doing fine till a couple days ago. The stock, let's see if I can walk this thing back. This had been in consolidation. Definitely some slowing and upward momentum, like I know, not at all. The stock just was consolidating. And by the way, you can see a lot of stocks that are looking like this right now, so don't give them too much room. With Microsoft, I'm not speaking to the fundamentals. I'm speaking to the technicals here. This is a pretty substantial break, and this is why. Because what it effectively does is all these folks who bought the stock right here anticipating a bounce, well, now a lot of them wish they hadn't done that. So if the stock does come under some demand and starts moving higher, you're likely to see more supply than there is demand and Microsoft roll over. So what do you want to do? I think you just let this thing pull back. If it gets down to about 29 bucks or so, and trust me, it will, maybe even 28, that's when you want to revisit buying Microsoft. Okay, that's it for today. A couple things. First of all, get over to Real Money Pro and subscribe, okay? There's a lot of great writers over there. I publish articles 4 days a week with 5 charts a day. That's going to give you some good trades. Also, I want you to check out my chart of the day. It's a free service over at stockmarketmentor.com. I send you 1 charting video a day with a good trade. But also, one other thing. Look, if you haven't taken advantage of my free 30-day trial, get over there right now and do that. Again, it's free. Like, in other words, there's really nothing to lose. When are you going to find that this day and age? So get over to stockmarketmentor.com. Take that free 30-day trial, and my bet is you're going to stick around. I'm Dan Fitzpatrick, and I'll be right back here tomorrow.
This market is
stock tickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to